everybody, my name's John. I play in a band called the Goo Goo Dolls, and I'm really happy to be here with all of you tonight. And I'd like to thank Lopez for having me on the show, and I'm going to answer some questions from some people out there. And the first one is from Jenny from Oswego. Besides your instrument, what is the one thing you must bring on the tour bus? Well, we tour a lot, and we're generally gone for 2 years, so we'll be living most of the time on a bus. So I have to bring a good pillow, a good blanket, a lot of DVDs, and yeah, that's really what I need to do. Anything to make yourself feel at home on the bus. Okay, the next one is Kayla from Detroit. Do you have any tips for someone learning to play guitar? Love you guys and your music. Thank you for that, Kayla. I would say practice as much as you can. Get through the initial part of learning the guitar where your fingers are killing you all day and all night. You know, and don't forget to play from your heart. That's the most important thing. More important than being a rock star or whatever. You know, just say something you mean. That's the most important thing. Next question comes from Andrew in New York City. What is my favorite junk food? And wow, I love this question because I hope somebody from the company sees this and sends me crates of it. There's a company called Unique, and they make these pretzels they're called extra dark splits, and they're basically burnt pretzels, and they're amazing. They're super good, and that's my favorite junk food. It's a bad thing, but it's good. Okay, next question is from Kenner, who lives in Ottawa. How did the name Boxes get picked for the new CD? There's a song on the album called Boxes, and you know, the name sort of reminds me of, you know, all the boxes that we sort of put ourselves in, and putting your memories inside little boxes and compartmentalizing them, and then taking them out and looking at them. That was kind of what I was thinking about when I was writing the song Boxes, and it just felt like a good title for an album. So, okay, Monica from Cape Cod asks, what is the best part of touring? What is the worst? What would you change? Okay, that's great. The best part of touring is the 2 hours a night you spend on the stage, interacting with people. I think the worst part is sometimes a little bit of isolation and loneliness, being away from home. If I could change anything about it, I would probably, you know, take my family and my friends and my dog with me when I go, but that's not possible right now. Next question is next question comes from Jenny from Brooklyn, and this question, oh my god, I have read where the name Goo Goo Dolls came from as the band name. I would rather hear how it came about straight from you guys. Thanks. Well, I can't say anything that hasn't already been said. It's just one of those names that popped up and it stuck. You know, now we're stuck with it. It's a little late to get rid of. If I could change the name of the band, I would. I don't know what, but I would definitely pay it a little more consideration before I did. Okay. John from Wilson asks, what is my favorite vacation spot? I would have to say New York or Chicago. I love those cities a lot. And the other favorite place I like to go for my vacation is home. I just like to go home. Okay. Madison from Racine. After all these years, what's your reaction when you hear one of your songs on the radio? When I hear one of my songs on the radio, I'm just grateful that I actually get to hear it on the radio. You know, we've been really lucky and blessed with a long career, and you know, I don't take it for granted as much as I used to. All right, Jonna from Salt Lake City. What's the biggest risk you ever took, if at all? Why did you take it, or why didn't you? I think the biggest risk that I ever took probably was jumping out of an airplane. Or, yeah, jumping out of an airplane was definitely the biggest risk. I mean, I've taken a lot of stupid risks that, you know, don't need to be talked about. But definitely the biggest risk that I took was jumping out of an airplane. And I did it because I was actually in a plane crash. And I became very afraid to fly. So, and I need to fly for work, so I had to get over it. So I figured the best way to do it was to go up in an airplane and have somebody throw me out of it a few times. And I did that, and I've been fine ever since. Okay. Nava from Grantsville. Who wrote the song Iris and Drops of Jupiter? I have to say those are my two favorite songs growing up. All right. I wrote the song Iris, and a guy named Pat Monahan wrote a song, wrote Drops of Jupiter. He's the guy from Train, and I'm the guy from the Goo Goo Dolls. And those, you know, Drops of Jupiter is a really amazing song. Yeah, that was always one of my favorites too. That song really touched me when I heard it. All right, Alexis from Cedar Park. Will you be having any contests to win tickets or merch to the upcoming tour? Yes, we're starting the tour July 6th up in Portland, Oregon, and we will be giving away tickets through radio stations and probably through our website and the fan club and that too, so just keep an eye out for that. Okay. Jen from Farmington wants to know your thoughts on when you heard Prince died. I was pretty shocked, because you just don't think of Prince as ever getting old. You know, he looked exactly the same when I was, you know, a freshman in high school as he did, you know, a month ago. You know, my favorite part about Prince was, you know, just the intensity of his guitar playing was so amazing. And I don't think he was ever really considered a guitar hero, but man, he was amazing. And you know, and I don't think they don't build people like Prince anymore, so the world is, you know, a little less awesome without him in it. Okay, Amanda from Baldwin. Which songs are you most proud of on boxes, and why? The songs that I'm most proud of on boxes are definitely the songs where we took the biggest risks. You know, a song like The Pin is very, very sort of different. And there's a song on the album called Reverse, which is kind of this crazy sort of mixture of rock and electronic music and just crazy stuff. It's just really interesting, and I like that a lot. I love the fact that we kind of went into this record being as fearless as possible, and just not really caring, you know, if somebody was going to criticize us. So Susan from St. Clair, she's asking, how do you decide what goes on the set list? And the truth is, I don't. Robbie makes the set lists, and I'll change a song here or there. But you know, there's definitely there's like 13 or 14 songs that we have to make sure that we play every night, because those are the songs that everyone knows. And I think it's really important to, you know, if somebody's paying money to come and see you play, it's like, you know, we're there for them, you know. and I want everybody to have a good time. So it's great to play those songs. All right, Melissa from Inman. Are there any songs that were more challenging to write on Boxes than on previous albums? If so, which ones? Wow. Okay. Actually, the music came really easy for Boxes. I mean, because we were in a very positive headspace. Robbie and I were both in a real positive headspace, and we collaborated with each other, and you know, we decided we weren't going to work with anybody who was a pain. So we really got together with people that we loved to work with and had a great time with, and I think the product. And I think the product speaks for itself. You know, I just think it's really good. Okay, Brad from West Alice. I remember at a concert you played acoustic number 3, and you mentioned that someday you will write a happy ending to the song. When will that be? I've been trying to ask you this question for a while now. Thanks. You know, I'm not ready to write the happy ending to that song, and I always thought that would be the last thing that I wrote, was the happy ending to that song, before I retire or quit playing music. Yeah, that's gonna be the last thing I write. Okay. Michael from Quakertown. Outside of the new single So Alive, what's your favorite song on the new album that is for radio and you think will be well received this summer on the road? I'm really leaning toward a song called The Pin, which I really like, but I'm biased. I never know what's going to be a hit or what people are going to like, so, you know. All right, Emily from Syracuse. Are there any current singers that you'd like to collaborate with? Actually, I did. I collaborated with Sydney from Echo Smith, and she sang on a song called Flood with me, and I was really blown away by her. She's just such a great voice, such a good person. It was so much fun working with her, and she took a really good song and made it great. Okay. Sara from Pittsburgh. What is the weirdest thing a fan has ever given to you? Wow. I've gotten a lot of really weird things. You know, probably the weirdest thing a fan ever gave me, you know, some stuff that they said, you know, would cast a spell over me. So, that was pretty weird. That was pretty strange to have that happen. Alright, and the last one here is Patricia from Sao Paulo. Will you do an international tour? I missed your show in Dublin in 2008 for a dumb reason, and I still regret it. Living in Brazil now. Please come. I would love to come to Brazil. I don't know how to go about getting there. I know you get on a plane, you get off in Rio, but or Sao Paulo, but we would love to come there, and hopefully we will. And thank you very much. I want to thank Mario for having me on the show. Just tell everybody about the new album, Boxes. Comes out May 6th, which may or may not be. I don't know. Is this before May 6th? Is this going to air before May 6th?
It is May 6th. It'll.
Oh, okay. So let's just do this again, this ending. I want to thank Mario for having me on the show, and do it one more time.
Okay.
Am I supposed to be like I'm talking to him?
Just thank him and
okay.
Mention the album.
Okay. Mario, thank you so much for having me on the show. You know, I'm going to plug the record shamelessly. The new album is Boxes, comes out today. I hope everybody enjoys it, and we'll see you out on the road this summer.